All right, today we coming to you with another episode of Auto Glass Tech Talk, and we got an interesting location today, right? We taking it out to Utah, but 5 minutes away from Idaho, right? We got Neil with us. So what's good, Neil? How you doing, brother?
What's going
I'm
on,
doing
Neil?
pretty good. Just hey, I'm doing pretty good. Just in there, ready for springtime. It's pretty cold out here.
There you go. We all waiting
Yeah.
on springtime. Maybe not Drift because he live in Texas and he got good weather, but I'm with you in Illinois. I'm waiting for it to warm up and stay warm. So we'll be mindful of your time, brother. So let's get right to it. My question to you is, who is Neil? What is Neil? What does Neil do? And so tell me more, brother.
Yeah, so I'm my name is Neil Godfrey. My last name's Godfrey. I live out in a small town called Clarkston. I grew up on a beef farm. Um, I have an auto glass shop. So we replace windshields, we do tinting, the basics, rock chip repairs, all of that. And I've recently started an auto glass insurance processing company.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of auto glass shops out there that are looking for a different option to who they normally use, such as Safelite or Lynx, and
Mhm.
we're trying to give them that option. So
Okay.
that's what I've been doing most recently that has taken up a lot of my time.
Okay.
Okay.
So you wearing a lot of hats here.
I have a lot of help.
Okay.
So I do have a couple different hats, but I also have a lot of help, so I'm not overwhelmed too much.
Okay.
That's good. It's easy to get overwhelmed doing too many things. Um, so okay, now you've got these two businesses here. What's your day look like? I mean, do you set it to where you're kind of just one each day, or it's everything all the time?
Um, so it's pretty hectic sometimes. It definitely can get hectic. Like I said, I have a lot of help. Normally, I try to figure out where I'm needed the very most, and I
Mhm.
focus my time there.
All right.
Um, so if the glass shop is having some kind of stress or it needs my attention, I'll spend extra time there. Or if the Auto Glass Advocates, which is the insurance processing company, needs my attention, then I'll spend the time there on the phone with insurance companies or on the phone with shops or wherever I need to be.
Cool. So this leads
Yeah.
to my next question for you, right? So you saying that the auto glass advocates, right? So my question for you was, which you kind of already answered it, but kind of go a little bit deeper with it because my question for you was, what are some of the biggest challenges auto glass technicians have? And you kind of already mentioned that is dealing with insurance companies. So tell me about that challenge and tell me about how you guys kind of help people with that challenge.
Yeah, so in my opinion, the challenge is that shops are, sometimes fighting to get paid, even if it is through a TPA or third party administrator. It seems like the discount rates that are being asked of shops continually grow
Mhm.
without real reason, even though inflation is going up, the discounts are going up with it, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Um, and I feel like there are some questionable practices that are happening, and nobody can
Mhm.
really get around them. And I think
Okay.
I'm just like 90% of the glass shops out there that have got a little bit fed up with it.
Okay.
And so what World Glass Advocates is doing is they're trying to give shops an alternative to the way that they've been basically forced into processing insurance claims.
Okay.
Um, so what we do is we work these other TPAs, they work on behalf of insurance companies.
Right.
They're pretty much hired by the insurance company. They work for the insurance companies. We work for the shops and the insured.
Okay.
That's who we go to. And the way we're able to do that is we get an invoice from the shop and we bill the insurance. And so we take on a lot of risk. Um, there are times where we get short paid. There's
Mhm.
times where we don't get paid for months.
Okay.
But we have figured out a way to at least stay afloat while we're trying to get these insurance companies to pay.
I got you. Nah, that's
So
nah, that's really cool working on other people's behalf. So like I know for me, I'm on the windshield repair side of things, right? So right, are you were talking? I just had a random question. Like to do a windshield repair, and you go through the networks like through Lynx or SGC, you have to get an authorization number before you do the repair. So for like repair, are you able to? How would it can a shop work with you if they were doing repair because they have to call in and get the authorization number? And I know you mentioned that people would have to get you the invoice, then you work on their behalf for them. Or how does that work? Or could you give me some clarity
yeah,
on like that piece of it? Yeah.
yeah. So the insured fills out paperwork giving us rights to the claim, and then
Oh,
we
gotcha.
call the insurance company on behalf of the insured and file
Okay.
the claim and deal with the insurance as if we are the insured.
I got you.
Yep. And so we're able to bypass their normal TPA.
I got you. So
Yep.
yeah, go for it, Drew.
I was say so. I lost it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
well,
I'm so
no,
sorry. I
I got
lost that
another
thing.
question
Go ahead.
since you
Go ahead.
asked that. Um,
Yeah.
what came to my mind again, and sorry, I got a bunch of random questions coming up, but say like right now we got an agreement with SGC and Links, like we do repairs. So are we able to continue billing with the networks and use
Yeah.
you, or can we not? Like, is that considered double dipping using them and you, or how does that work?
No, so it's not exclusive. So
Mhm.
you can use us or you can use them. We're not gonna hate you or love you either way. Use whoever you want to use.
I got you.
There are some insurance companies that we can't work with.
Okay,
Um, that but there are a fair amount that we can work with.
I got you.
For instance, we can work with State Farm, Farm Bureau, Allstate,
Mhm.
Travelers, USAA, Horseman.
I
Maybe
got
there's a
you.
couple. Yeah.
Okay,
Some
yeah.
pretty good ones there. Okay, that's kind of where I was looking at was the can you double dip there, and not so much double dip, but as far as like can you use both services? Yeah, that's good to
Yeah.
hear that you can.
And I
It's
mean,
not going to affect
even if you
anything.
guys were like, even if one day you guys were like, oh, you know what? Actually, I want to use the normal TPA for State
Mhm.
Farm today.
Right.
You just go ahead and do it.
Is there agreement to use you? Like, so say like, do I got to pay a monthly agreement per invoice agreement, or
Your
am I signed
invoice.
locked in anything, or I can like use you at any point, get rid of you at any point, or is it like a monthly
Yeah.
fee or anything, or is it all per invoice?
It's all per invoice.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there's no agreement. There's no monthly fee. There is we have a $25 service fee per invoice, and then we take a percentage of the NAGS list price.
Okay.
We take a per hour price,
Hmm.
and we take a per calibration price.
Okay.
And
Okay.
in our options, it's a little different, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we basically take a percentage of it all to to obviously to stay in business, right?
Yeah. Nah, we understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to spend money to make money, and you doing work for them.
Right.
But like you say, you are working on their behalf, start to finish. So after they basically
Yeah.
sign the rights over you to work, you're doing all this work for them, right?
Yeah, yeah, we're doing all the back and forth with the insurance company. We're doing um all the filing, keeping track of everything, all of that.
All right.
So
So
speaking of doing work for them, okay, can you is there things or items that people need to have ready that they may not normally grab from the customer or have ready from insurance?
Yeah, so the shops get a link. Each
Mhm.
individual shop has their own link, and that link is specific to their shop, and they can send that link to their customer, and their customer has a sheet that they fill out that
Mhm.
includes is like what day the damage occurred, the basic insurance
Yeah, basic
questions.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
policy number, VIN number, phone number, where the damage occurred, all of that. And then we're able to use that. That gives us all the information we need to
Mhm.
be able to work with the insurance company.
All right,
Okay.
cool. So, question for you. I know every shop is probably going to ask this, right? And just randomly thinking, I'm just using windshield repair because that's what I know, right? So, windshield repair, the national average payout is about $75, right? If I was to go through the normal, right, Lynx or SGC.
Yeah.
So, if I was to use you, am I going to make more money off that repair, or like to make it worth my while? Am I making
Good
that
one.
much more, or like what does that look like?
Yeah. So, with rock chips, I believe the shop ends up with $85 for the first repair,
Uh-huh.
and then $15 per repair after that, up to it's either 4 or 5
Oh,
repairs.
Okay.
So
wow.
they do make more off of the rock chips. We do
Okay.
actually have a few rock chip companies that primarily do rock chips in Idaho.
Okay. I
Um,
got you.
yeah. With
That's interesting.
windshields, which I'm sure Chris probably understands a little bit more. Um, we give the shops, and we don't price fix. So if you wanted less, you could take less, but we do have a limit on what we'll accept.
Okay.
Um, so with windshields, it's the shop gets 75% NAG's list price.
Mhm.
The shop up to, depending on what they
Right.
want to charge.
Mhm.
The shop gets $50 per hour list hours, and then
Okay.
the shop gets $325 for a dynamic calibration, $375 for a static calibration, and $500 for a dual calibration.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes
Yeah.
No,
sense.
that's pretty,
So
pretty good.
yeah, we try to be competitive with what the shop could do otherwise.
I got you.
Yeah.
So you go with the company is what? AGA? That's short for what?
Auto Glass Advocates.
So if somebody was trying to get set up or get started, how do they find you? Where do they go? How does that work? So say like people watching today and they're ready to get started with you. Where do they go find you at?
Yeah. So they could find us. Actually, you know what, we our website isn't very informative right now.
Okay.
Um, right now, what we've been doing is we've just been cold calling shops.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you can put like a phone number in the link or something,
Yeah,
but I'd
we'll
love
put
to
a
give you a
number in the
phone number.
chat below.
Absolutely.
Or they can just message you, right? They can just use your name and message
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah, they can
yeah,
DM you,
absolutely. They
or
can
they can.
message
Yeah,
me.
we can
Yep.
put your contact info in the comments
If
below.
you want to put your phone number out here right now too, you can go ahead and give it out there as well.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gonna tag you on the posting, and you can just drop your number in there. If not, people
Yep.
can just PM Neil, and then you'll get them straight from there.
yeah. You know what?
All right.
Actually, I'll drop my phone number in the comments after this goes live. So
Yeah.
cool.
Perfect.
Nah, that's to help
Um,
you out, brother. So yeah, so I see you got the
yeah,
hoodie
right
on, man.
on.
Show me what the hoodie is. What you wearing today on that hoodie?
Oh, all
It's
right.
the
So
flag.
this is the top hoodie. Oh, let's see. This
There you
Canada's
go. Northern Glass
Okay.
Bros. Okay,
tint
I'm
on
feeling
one
it.
side, windshield on the
Windshield.
other side.
All right.
Oop,
All right.
and then
People like you keep us
Oh,
in
that's
business.
cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
So you see the slingshot on the back, right?
Yeah.
I got a laser engraver, and I
Okay.
ordered like 2,500 wooden
Great.
slingshots
Uh-huh.
from Singapore and started engraving my business name onto all these slingshots and handing them out to people.
Yeah.
I've seen
Okay.
your post of this. I've seen your post of the piles of slingshots you have and the giving them out and stuff. My first thought was like, who the heck would do that? But then, it's like, wow, that's great. Free slingshots, give them out to the customers. The kids can break all the windows in the neighborhood and we're here for free.
Yeah, the customers love it. They love
Yeah.
it.
Nah, that's cool marketing.
That's
The
good.
hoodie's super nice. So like, all right, so doing repairs, replacements. So you do that also. So like, I know you say the week is you get in where you fit in and you help out. So like, as far as replacements go, how long have you been? Okay, so two-part question. How long have you been in the auto glass industry, and how long has AGA been around?
Yeah, so I've been in the auto glass industry. For the last 8.5 years, I've had my own shop.
Okay.
Before that, I was off and on with different shops and different careers, but a total of about 15 years altogether.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And then AGA, it has been in the works for a little over a year now,
Okay.
where I've been like trying to figure things out, trying to
Test it
build
all
a
out, get everything
yeah,
going.
yeah. But it's been a
Okay.
legitimate business, like an actual legal business since I think the end of November.
Okay.
So it's still pretty new.
Pretty new,
Uh,
but yeah, but you growing as you go, and you helping people out, which is cool to advocate for people
yeah,
and all that a little bit. Yeah.
yeah,
So
right.
yeah. So another question for you. Damn, I just had it. But so you're doing replacements, you're doing repairs. So we talked about AGA. So talk more about replacements. So you doing replacements. Name some replacements you've done this month. Like you done any middle of the month, how the month looking, you doing good business wise, and what was your last couple of replacements that you've done?
Yeah, so we kind of are a smaller community, so we're not like working on like the Ferraris and Bentleys, nice cars or
Yeah.
anything. Um a lot of it is just your everyday Hondas, Toyotas, Fords, whatever.
Okay.
Um but this last month it's slow, I think like most places
Hmm.
are. Our
Okay.
slow season here is definitely from, beginning of December and end of November, beginning of December to about mid-March. So we're just starting to see
Okay.
things pick.
Okay.
Um,
Is that a snow thing?
I go back and forth. I think everybody has their own guess on why it's slower or busier.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't know what it's like for you guys where you're at, but at least in Utah, it's always a trend. It drops right off. We get about
Yeah.
half the business through the winter months.
Hmm.
Um, but I kind of think it's like a lot of people spend money on Christmas
Yeah.
and then they won't get their taxes
Yeah.
back until mid-March.
Yeah. So
That's a good
mid-March,
yeah, that's a
yeah.
good one,
Nah, it
yeah.
makes sense. Income tax time coming, cars finna get sold and all that little bit. So initially you told me you about 5 minutes from Idaho, but you in Utah. So I got a million things running through my head. So question for you is with getting glass from distributors, like how does that work? Are you getting daily runs, or are you getting have to get deliveries, or how does that work when ordering your supplies from distributors?
I'm gonna add on
Yeah,
to that real
so
quick too. Sorry, and are you getting deliveries or use distributors from the other state there?
Yeah.
uh yeah, so we don't get any deliveries from Idaho.
Okay.
It's all from Salt Lake. And there's two distributors that deliver up to Cache Valley, which where I'm at.
Okay.
One is Migrant, and they have a night run that drops off in the middle of the night, and
Okay.
then they have a day run that drops off around 1 p.m.
Okay.
And then there's PGW who
Okay.
who drops off normally first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And then we also have like Pilkington, um, but we don't order from them because they don't ship to us. Occasionally, if we
Okay.
have a window that we need really bad and we just can't get it, we'll send
Go pick it
somebody
up.
2 hours down to Salt Lake to pick it up.
Oh, so it's a 2 hour ride to Salt Lake to go get stuff.
Yeah,
Dang.
about that.
Okay.
Okay. So you got to be
Okay, so
strategic on your ordering to get stuff in, because if you're in a jam, you just can't go to the local branch. That's a 2 hour. That's two hours there and 2 hours back. So it's a 4 hour total if you had to go pick
Uh,
something up.
yeah, yeah. So, and I've had to do that a couple times, and it
Oh,
sucks.
oh, man. Dang, I understand that, like, again, going back just to my traveling, of especially going through that area, yeah, it's there's not a lot until you get to the city, and then otherwise it's small little towns here and there, but yeah, 2 hours away from a warehouse is rough. That's you
yeah.
definitely got to have a good team and a good client base, because scheduling that, I'm sure, can be a little tricky.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
And is there any situation of scheduling, ordering that just comes right to mind that was like, "Dang, that sucked."
um, if you order the wrong part and there's a customer that really really needs their vehicle,
Hmm.
that always sucks.
Yeah.
Uh, Getting a damaged part,
Oh yeah.
you
Oh, yeah, wow, yeah, damage part would
damage.
really be bad.
Yeah. Because
Yep,
that's not
and then
even your
then a
fault. Like
customer.
ordering the wrong part kind of gets you messed up. Like if you got a windshield and you ordered the wrong variation, So your CSR's got to be on it because they got to make sure they got everything right.
Yeah.
Because if you order the wrong thing, basically, you probably another day to have to
Yep.
delay the customer. Yeah.
Yep. If you don't order by
Dang.
10:30 in the morning, then you're waiting until the next day.
Okay.
Mm.
So is that, do people understand that? Like the customer, they understand like, hey, we're in a smaller area, so it's not always going to be same day service. It's going to be next day service. Or how's your customer base when dealing with that? How do they
You know,
handle it?
Cache Valley in general is a very friendly area. We have a lot of great people here. A lot of them are very easygoing and very understanding.
Okay.
You always run into a person here or there that just isn't. But for the most
Of
part,
course.
we have a great customer base that is very friendly and understanding, and
Okay.
yep,
All
generally
right.
there's no issues.
Cool.
That's
So
good.
go for it.
Oh, I was just saying that was good.
Oh,
That's
oh
cool.
yeah. So my question for you is: so you do replacements? You got any go-to tools? Like, okay, so multiple part question here. What urethane do you use, and what are some of your go-to tools? And that.
Yeah, so we use Dow BP30, the 30-minute glue. And I love the bat. The bat has been amazing. I love when they came out with it. I've loved it still.
Mhm.
Um, we we use the Pro Set.
Okay.
But I'd say the bat is our definitely go-to. Gotta love the bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, we use the Stingray electric
Okay.
knife.
A
Um,
stingray. Okay.
yeah. So I mean, in the van, we have a mobile van as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That we use the DeWalt electric knife on that one, but I like the
What kind of
Stingrays.
gun you use?
A lot of people don't
Last
like them because
episode we
they're
was talking about
plug-in,
a
but
gun.
huh?
I said, what do you shoot the urethane with? What gun do you have?
A Milwaukee.
Okay.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, the sausage. We use the sausage packs.
Okay.
Okay. That's what's up, brother. Well, yeah, well, we
Yeah.
appreciate you for your time, man. Shout out to you for giving us all this information. 15 years in the game. For starting your own thing with AGA, we'll be sure to put your info below so people can check you out. Answer any other questions they may well have. But shout out to you for giving us the information about AGA and what you do and all of that little bit. Anything else you want to tell us about AGA or about your business or anything else on that? Or did you pretty much cover?
Uh, no, I think that there's one thing with AGA that we've ran into that has been a huge issue is I don't think shops are used to anything like us out there. And
Mhm.
so a lot of them think that we're running some scam or that it's not legitimate.
Mhm.
To those people, I would just say give us a call, ask your questions. Like,
Okay.
would be happy to explain it to you. Give us a try. You're not out anything.
So it's
So
no risk to use you. They basically give you the information, you work on their behalf, but no risk, no scam. And like you said from the beginning, they're basically signing, you're working on their behalf. So they're signing over basically saying you're working on their behalf. So that takes the scam part out of it. So with that,
Yeah.
are they so you since you're working on their behalf, you're billing and all that under their shop name. You're not doing it under your shop name, are you?
Uh, so we are paying for the invoice, so it just
Got
shows that the Auto Glass Advocates paid for it, and
I
now
got
we're
you.
seeking reimbursement.
I got you.
So yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
um,
So people just
yeah,
need to give you a call, give you a shot, and
Yeah.
just see how it goes from there.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
rock repair guys.
Yeah, even so for
Before
rock chips
you,
and replacements, so calibrations, rock chips, and replacements, someone could use you, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and
Huh?
glass damage, right?
Yeah, any
Um,
glass
Yeah.
damage. Well, yeah. Well, we appreciate you for your time, brother, for the insight. Hopefully, if anyone else has a question, drop a comment below, or like Neil said, he's gonna put his phone number down, or you can DM him to get any question answers. He's pretty transparent here with us, telling us, explaining it. So I'm sure he'll be transparent with y'all to explain what all he got going on, so you can hear and understand it better. If you have any other questions that wasn't covered, so shout out to you, man, and I hope you keep crushing it. And what kind of jobs you doing today? Before we get you out of here, what you
what
got
am I
lined up
doing
for
today?
today?
Uh, I'm making some phone calls, running some errands, going to chat with the shop manager, have a meeting with him.
Okay.
Then just see where the day takes me, see where they need me the most.
There you go, brother.
Awesome.
Will you keep crushing it, man, and take care.
Hey, you
Thanks,
guys
Neil.
too. It was
Appreciate you.
great meeting you. Thanks for inviting me on. You guys
Absolutely.
take care. So
Now, the platform's yours, brother, and we extend this invitation to anyone else out there. If you ever want to be on the episode of Auto Glass Tech Talk, drop a comment below, DM Chris, DM me. We're here for you to let you tell your story, because that's what it's all about. Knowledge is power, and we love hearing other people's story. And even the audience, AGTT, they love to hear what other people got going on. So if you ever want to be on the episode, drop a comment below or private message us. And both of y'all take care until next time.
okay.
Thanks, Corey.
See ya.
Thanks, Neil.